Today we will be testing the WolfPack ID indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the WolfPack ID indicator. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 733 indicators, with 294 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test most of these strategies and indicators on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Okay, so today's indicator is the WolfPack ID indicator. This one was thrown out by one of the patrons in the Patreon only channel on our Discord. Again, if you haven't joined our Patreon, I highly recommend that you do so, and you get access to our Patreon only channel where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies and so on. I even recently have been posting live trades as I'm taking them on the S&P 500's growing small account. I've done about 180% or so in the account so far, growing it from a small amount up to a larger amount. Nonetheless, this indicator was thrown out by one of the patrons in the Discord on that channel, and they asked if they could throw out an indicator for testing. Now, I don't mind testing indicators, and I don't mind people giving me suggestions on indicators to test, but there are a few things to remember if you're going to throw those out. Keep in mind that our testing parameters, that I'm going to maintain the same testing parameters as I have with all the other indicators that we have tested. It's going to be tested by itself, and it's going to be tested on the daily time frame, and it's going to be tested as an entry indicator only at this stage. Maybe later we'll test them for other things, but those are the parameters that we are currently testing for, only to see what the indicators can do in that environment. And so additionally, the indicator needs to be relatively able to be used as a standalone indicator. And so I do often get people who will throw out volume indicators, and the indicator is designed in such a way that you really can't test it as a standalone indicator. I would have to add other indicators to it to even test it the way we're trying to test it, and I try to avoid that as much as possible. Nonetheless, you can see the WolfPack ID here on the bottom of the screen, and so basically what we have is an oscillating line, and as it oscillates, it goes green to red and back to green again, and so on. And as it does that, it does change the color of the bars up here as well. And so What we're looking for, as you can probably guess, is when the indicator goes green, we are going to go long. When it goes red, we are going to go short. So let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what we can get out of this. All right, so the first signal that we pick up is a long signal right here. You can see that the oscillating line here, the WolfPack line, turns green and the bars turn green right there. Unfortunately, immediately we start to push to the downside and we do flip to a short position as the line switches to red and we get red candles there. Looks like we were able to barely squeeze out take profit on this. Yep, we were able to squeeze out or take profit on that short though. So we have one losing signal, one winning signal there. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so we went a little rapid fire there. So we picked up a long signal right here. We were able to push up just enough to get us to our take profit before price then rolled over just a tad bit there and gave us a short signal. But then on the very next candle, it flipped to a long signal. Then on the very next candle, it flipped back to a short. We were able to maintain the short for just a little while as it kind of moved sideways in consolidation. Pushed down just a little bit, but not quite far enough to get us to our take profit before it then spiked up and gave us a long signal right here. And that one did almost the same thing, moved sideways for a while, and then immediately started to push down, flipping to a short signal right here, which has not played out all the way yet. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and fast forward through the rest of the testing. That way things don't get too long, and we'll pick this up when we are at the end of the year. All right, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version. And you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. Everything kind of in focus there. All right, let's go ahead and count it out and see what we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So we have 35 trades all together. And we have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. 17 winning trades. And so that is not going to meet the 60% criteria that we are looking for. And so one of the issues with this indicator is that it was a little bit of an over trader. And so obviously 35 trades within 1 year's time is quite a bit. We typically want to see more than 10, but we generally don't want to see more than around 20 or 25. Any more than that, it starts to kind of overtrade. The other issue is that it seems like this indicator kind of pivots around a single point, maybe not necessarily a zero line. Maybe it is a zero line that it is pivoting around. It does appear as though it might be a zero line, or at least it is a single point. And so we've seen this many times before where we get these instances where it will tell us to go long and then immediately back short, then immediately back long, then immediately back short, and so on. And it'll do that and cause these clusters of losing trades. And those clusters really do drag down the percentage that we're looking for. So it's unfortunate. This one is not going to meet the 60% criteria. Again, I'm not saying that it's a bad indicator. I'm not saying that it can't be utilized in other ways, but for the specific criteria that we are looking for, it's not going to go on the winning list. I do recommend that you play around with it, put it on lower time frames, see what else you can come up with, add maybe some other indicators to it, and you might be able to come up with a reasonably decent strategy to trade this indicator with. But again, specifically what we're looking for, it's not going to work. So it's going to go on the no list, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.